if if you were in a similar position, do you think you guys could have the courage to do the same thing?
That's a hard question because
It is.
it's a very hard question because I have my children to consider, and paramount is, in my mind, the most paramount uh, priority is to make sure that I'm here for them. But at the same time, something that huge, you want to get it out there. So probably not at this point in my life. If my children were grown, probably.
All right, Daniel. What about you?
Well, one, it would have to be based on the severity of the information that you have witnessed to justify its release. And as far as you're going to get people like that every X amount of percent of the population. I think it was Teddy Roosevelt who once said that some men are born great and some men had greatness thrust upon them. There's no telling as to who in particular would I do it. It would be probably based on the severity of the information.
Okay. As far as me, that is a really, really, really hard question. I would like to think that I would do it. But you never know until you're really put into that situation. I would like to think that I would, but I don't know, and I'm being completely honest with you, because this guy, he doesn't know what's going to happen with his life, and he gave up a really good job, a really good girlfriend, really a home in Hawaii. I mean, he gave up his entire life, and who knows what might happen. But I think the worst thing that I would be afraid of, aside from giving up all of that, is wondering if the information that I would be leaking out, in this case, if anybody would actually do something about it. And that would be my biggest fear, because you don't know. Are they going to act on it, or did I just give up everything in vain? And so, for me, that's a very tough question. But I figured out.
And it's sad. It's very sad that he even had to do this to begin with, because the NSA has been around for quite a number of years now, since the Bush administration, and has been allowed to do this, what they're doing now, and collecting our information and keeping track of it for years. So it's just unfortunate that he potentially has thrown his entire life away for something we should have already known. And for something we did know, because we were around and we were awake when the Patriot Act was passed. I mean, did the American people think that the Patriot Act was passed and then just nothing happened and no actions were taken? This is the result of those laws.